Certainly not what we are used to seeing from her, a premier pitcher, a sophomore out of West Des Moines, and we are underway. Clemson wearing the all-purples trimmed in orange. Let's take a look. 28 on the season, led the ACC in doubles. Alex Brown against Kavon, 5.2 innings rather, and that is a 5-pitch walk. 2-1 now to Moore. And great fans here. We've had capacity crowds all 3 nights, even with that hour-and-a-half rain delay on Thursday night when we got started.
Stadium. It's the rise ball that was a difference maker for Kavon. She used game 1 opener, and here tonight leads off the game with a walk. Just not characteristic of what we're used to out of Kavon.
8th pitch of the at-bat, also close but called a strike. Just a sophomore, and she doesn't waste any time. Really good center fielder out there, and Caden Henry got to the ball quickly, so.
Game 1 moved her to shortstop. Bennett was the left fielder, moved her to second. That's been the key change defensively to get the game 2 win.
Another first pitch swing, this time by Cintron, trying to turn the double, but Mitchell couldn't get her foot down in time to throw.
Obstruction, I do not see the obstruction. I think that is a great play by the second baseman Stewart to touch, get.
After further review, the runner at second base is out. That's Clemson's first challenge.
The way to the postseason.
Good at short, flips it over to Bennett to end the threat. Really living up to her name in the Supers.
Yeah, good is good. Her home run got the scoring started in game 2. Maybe the most important part, though, was moving her to shortstop after game 1, and that solidified the defense.
And Katie Stewart had struggled there, and
she's just swinging a really hot bat. She was 7 for 12 in regionals before this Super, and she's fast. She sets the tone. She sees a lot of pitches in that leadoff slot.
Just 11 extra base hits, no home runs. The demon over there at second base.
Yeah, in her senior season has just evolved and matured into.
Yeah, Basinger, in fact, has 0 strikeouts in this regional. There's Maddie Moore flashing the leather. 3 hits this weekend, including a home run and a triple.
There's the out of the circle. She's going to nip corners. She's going to spin that changeup.
That's pounded to it for a solid single into right field. So Scott's on base as Reese Atwood comes up.
And before the Super Regional, she had not struck out since April 19th against LSU. Getting back down.
And her mom, her heart fluttered for a second there as she hit that one hard, but it was right at.
So strong in the circle. That's exactly what she needs to harness here today to keep Clemson's bats quiet.
She has 3 hits in this Super Regional.
Done so this year. So impressed with the way that Marion Collins has been able to take over that shortstop position and swing the bat with authority.
Takes the 2-1 pitch into the netting.
In a midweek, Marion Collins had a 2 home runs off of South Carolina. But goes down with the changeup. After that leadoff walk to start the game, she settled in quickly, been able to find the edges of the strike zone and just pepper them. Look at that, 43% of the home runs coming off those freshman bats.
Another 1 and 2. Kavon's 30th pitch of the night. It was also sent out of play. A play for good. Solidifying that shortstop position, 2 away.
Today has a different feel.
It's a little blasty feel to it. And that's a blast for Kavon. Clemson goes down in order for only the third time. 2-2. Mitchell, long trip, but foul. That's behind her. Mitchell good at bat, works the today to force a game 3 tomorrow. And that gets by Johnson. Mitchell is being held at third.
Got into her head and affected her at the plate. Tonight attacks early in the count with a runner on first base and absolutely lights it up all the way to the wall. Takes kind of a funky bounce to get.
Defense playing in on the corners, and it goes off the glove of Alex Brown. 2 runs will score for Texas is good. Slides into second.
Somebody at the plate that can lay down short game and a runner at third. You have to be able to defend the bunt. However, that.
And the Longhorns with 50 wins on the season. And over at second base, it's good. Who was credited with a single.
Well, no, she hasn't had to with the way that Basinger and McCubbin have thrown all year. Cintron has been able to just be ready for these moments to Cintron. And that bullet spin tells me when you becomes a very hittable pitch, but that one, she was ahead of it.
The first out of the inning. There's the number 9 hitter, Katie Bennett, playing second base. One for 6 so far with a walk.
And Pam, I don't think we need to worry. McCubbin will be coming in later tonight. I doubt that Cintron will finish this game. She's just coming in to mix up what's going on in the circle. There's McCubbin in the dugout. She will make an appearance tonight.
Just 61 innings on the year coming into this appearance. Into left field, playing short, Kylie Johnson for out number 2.
Letting her wheels work, has the second highest batting average coming into tonight, hitting .435.
And that's what she does, puts the ball on the ground, and that is going to lead to another run, and because Maloney has wheels, she motors all the way to second.
Going to advance from first to second on that. She did not have a chance at the plate.
And now Maloney at the top doing the damage and chasing Basinger.
No, and Texas has come away with the bottom of the order producing since yesterday.
Rock and Bro thrown out.
Mixed with that changeup.
Full count, that's popped up, very playable for Bennett. 2 outs.
Through the entirety of this game.
She's ahead of Moore, 1 and 2. Good. Could not field it cleanly. 3-1 pitch on the way to Noller.
I think it's a great strike, but this one is low. While they give up outs, you've got to make sure that you are focused on every pitch, because one little hiccup could mean the difference between the end of your season and going to OKC.
So with 2 outs, an error and a walk brings up Cintron and batting cleanup. There is some activity in the Texas bullpen. It's Cambria Salmon, the freshman who started yesterday, which surprised us.
But she was very serviceable in the beginning of that game.
That is a smart play by Mia Scott. And it was the bottom of the lineup that did most of the damage to get this 3-0 lead. Cintron with the single. And at the plate, Maddie Moore is called safe.
For sure she was going to say that, or he was going to call her out. It's a beautiful throw by Stewart out there in left. She gives way to the plate. There is an open.
The call is under further review.
Talk about a tricky slide. The tag goes wide to try to get Moore's body, and the arm goes that in a pressure-filled moment like this. That hand finds a way to get in before the ball tags her.
Ball is upheld as safe at home plate. This is Texas's first challenge.
I don't know why people. That run so far is an unearned run because they credited Good with an error. Kavan gets out of it, but not before a great slide by Moore, and Clemson gets on the board. Texas up 3-1 as we head at the bottom of the third inning. Mia Scott singled and was stranded in the first inning. Single off Basinger, the depart to relieve, and got the RBI, and this is that Texas offense so lethal at the top of their lineup. Scott puts a charge into that one, and Brockenbrough just overran it. Stand-up double for Scott.
Off the bat. It was not high enough to get out of here, but the way that it took off the bat had a little English and caught the air just right.
Mitchell walked to lead off the second and scored.
That chance to come here to Austin.
Mitchell with the single. They hold Scott.
And flaming. Alex Brown is getting lit up over there at third.
Comes in a sticky situation as Mitchell takes second. 1-1, tries to bunt. A one-hopper, and now trying to score, and doing so successfully. Scott coming in from third, and Mitchell advanced to third.
Have to run the bases well if you want to get far, and that's exactly.
A three-run cushion. Good singled and scored. It gets away from Vieira, and in comes run number 5.
Got a couple touches, little antsy in the box right now.
Off of McCubbin. And the throw by swinging against Cintron when she came in to relieve Basinger in the last inning. Lifts that one out of play.
I mean, this Texas team is swinging hot bats. They are #1 in the nation with.
Roga DPing for the second straight game. And McCubbin. Marion Collins swings, sends Stewart back, and it hits off the base of that 10-foot wall. Collins gets into second. The throw got there. Cheering in the dugout, the lifted starter, and okay, Kavan gives up the walk. Let's get you to Matt Schick. First time we have seen her this weekend.
Well, how about Bree Ellis for Arkansas getting her first hit on the weekend? I mean, Bree Ellis, one of the best hitters in the country.
Bree Ellis. Goodness sakes. Here's Whitesides. I did edit myself. Whitesides goes after the first pitch. Caught out in center field by Henry, but Brockenbrough, the number 9 hitter, with a chance to drive in a run. Them. But this is her first year at Clemson.
Yeah, in this Clemson lineup, Brockenbrough has the most College World Series experience, being there with Tennessee a year ago.
Brockenbrough down 1-2, doesn't chase. Reese Atwood with the gun. I don't know if she can hit.
I think that's why John Rittman is not trying to steal with runners on the corners and less than 2 outs. He doesn't want to take a chance. He doesn't want to trade an out for a run at this point in the game.
Full count. That's lifted to Stewart in left field. Should be deep enough. Second sac fly of the inning for Clemson. Brown this year set a new Clemson single season record for runs scored.
Nice little cookie.
Oh, and that hit. And Moore delivers with the base hit to center field. They're waving home Pipkins. And Maddie Moore cuts the lead to 2. Texas has made a pitching change, and it's Mac Morgan making her first appearance since the SEC tournament.
Yeah, that game against Texas A&M that got away from the Longhorns.
Played by Good, throws across to get Noller and end the inning. Morgan does her job, stranding the two inherited runners, but a couple of more runs for Clemson. They're down 5-3. Florida, Georgia on Thursday in the Women's College World Series. A lot of game threes, including this one. Arkansas up 4-0 in the sixth as they from the bottom 5 hitters. Good speed, so chopped. McCubbin handles it, and Noller can't come up with it.
Makes your shortstop go to third and your second baseman go to first, and leaves second base wide open to allow that to happen. Defense respecting the speed of Henry at the plate. The corners have to challenge her.
Vieira.
In the dirt, your job as a catcher is to get back behind, get that throwing hand up her finger, trying to get it back there quickly to block.
Chopper to Moore, who gets the out. Moore throws her out to end the inning, but more defensive issues for Clemson.
Easiness.
Texas and Oklahoma making a strong SEC softball conference even stronger. Bennett throws out. Oklahoma City. Morgan, one pitch, gets Vieira. So variations of clutch. But you're right, that Woolry home run. Whew. What a play! Mia Scott! Outright thievery at third base. And
Playing that hot corner, she can cover the line, getting that white.
good backhand over there by Brown, throws across. Olivia Duncan now throwing in the
noise coming out of the Clemson dugout to allow the hitter not to hear that whistle. So important to try to combat when a pitcher's been picked, to try to find a way to disrupt a hitter from understanding the message. That you're going to get tipped off when the changeup is coming.
And Good does it again. She is 7 for 11 in this Super Regional. In that game, Hunter was 0 for 3, did not play or get a plate appearance yesterday. Chop to Brown, who just has to step on third to end the inning, and she does. Hipkins with a swing and the miss to start the sixth. Good at shortstop. Textbook. Cheering on in the dugout. Morgan, it knocked the glove off her hand. Mia Scott picked it up. Brockenbrough runs really well, but Mia Scott plays third base really well too. Clemson. Have to be fast over there, Collins was. And it's Ashton Maloney who in the fourth inning reached on an error and eventually scored. There's her second hit of the night.
Yeah, we asked if Coach White had any nicknames. She said, "Oh, you mean Pawpaw White?"
Oh, that hardly ever happens.
The base runner running right in front of her, and that catches her eye, thinking she's going to be able to make the tad, secured the ball in the glove. Super important to make the play on the ball.
Average. And her season average right now behind Janae Jefferson, who hit .446 back in 2021. So one of the all-time greats, and we've seen her make two really good plays at third.
Well, she has shown that she's got a ton of pop.
Picked up and stepped on third by Alex Brown to retire Atwood, who takes a rare 0 for. Chance for Scott, who's been brilliant at third. Low throw, Mitchell couldn't scoop it, so Clemson gets the lead runner on.
Need to keep those shoulders low, move through that.
3. Maddie Moore hits it to her counterpart at second, Bennett. Lifted into left field, long run for Stewart. Great effort, but couldn't come up with it.
I had to come away with that one, but I love an outfielder who is
there in game 1 and has played well in left field. 8th pitch of the at-bat is lifted to Henry, who goes back, and the ball goes over the wall. Noller sent one into center field. The ball kept traveling, and it's a 2-run shot. Clemson now only down 1.
They make the most of them. This ball down in the ball, but Mac Morgan did not hit a corner. She left it right down the heart of the plate, down in the zone. Noller coming away with a huge swing, 15th home run of the year, and now Clemson within 1.
And after the home run, Vieira, high chopper, fielded by Scott, 2 away, and a freshman at the plate. Morgan gloves it, and the Texas Longhorns, for the 3rd time in 4 years, can pack their bags to go to Oklahoma City.
Well in the circle.
Texas lost the first game of the Super Regional. Mike White has lost 7 straight game ones of Supers, and all but one time they've come back to win the Super Regional, and that's Maddie Moore. What a great season for Clemson. The ACC tournament champs coming up just 1 win short, but it's the Texas Longhorns. They're getting used to that trip. What is that, up I-35?
To OKC to finish out her collegiate career.
The last 2 trips in the previous 3 years ended with championship series losses to Oklahoma.